Hello everyone, long time no see. This is Autumn from Stitching Along. I'm here to you today. Sorry, I am a little bit nervous. This kind of feels awkward to do. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done an update, and it's been a couple of months. I did try to make a video, a little bit before New Year's. And I did post it on my channel, but there was something wrong with the sound and I could never figure out how to fix the sound on the video, so I just kind of gave up that video as a lost cause. But anyway, I'm here today to try again. I'm going to be behind the camera because I'm holding my tablet, and I'm doing that because it makes things a little bit easier to hear. I have a lousy microphone on my tablet, and that's the only technology I have right now to record videos with. So when I'm behind the camera, it's easier for you guys to hear me. So anyway, what has been going on? Let me see, I'm trying to think, when was the last video I did other than the New Year's one? I think I did one in August. And then after that, things kind of went crazy. My husband got a promotion in work, and that required us to move. So from September to pretty much December, where I was house hunting and looking for a new place to live, and moving and dealing with the holidays, and things just kind of went crazy, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to stitch. But since January, things have kind of settled down, and I've been stitching a lot. I've been really kind of making up for lost time. So I figured I would go ahead and show to you what I have. One reason too I'm doing this video today is because my daughter has a cold, and I don't know when I might catch it, because you know how things go, how colds go around in a household. So I usually catch whatever she has. So I'm actually getting over her last cold. So that's why I didn't really remake a video after my my New Year one, because I was sick, and also we hadn't found internet either. I've been without internet for a while, but everything is back to normal now, thank goodness. So without further ado, I will pause for a moment, and I will go ahead and get my cross stitch items to show you. Hey there everyone. Sorry, I wasn't sure if it was recording. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you one of my new starts. I started this in January. This is Winter Snow Day by Ursula Michaels, and this I call my winter piece. I often stitch on this when it's really bad weather out. Snowy, nasty, rainy, just kind of bad winter weather. And this is what I've gotten done on it so far. I'm really enjoying this piece. It's a lot of fun. My only complaint is that I'm using 18 count Aida, and I'm not sure exactly where I got it. I think I got it at a thrift store, and it's very stiff, and it's kind of like working on paper, trying to pull the needle through it. It's really rough. Other than that, it's fine. I'm not using the recommended colors. I am just pulling some colors from my stash, similar to what is called for in the chart. So it's really cute. I nicknamed him Frosty, and I think he's adorable. Alright, the next thing I have been working on, this is Lizzie Kate's animal calendar. I believe it is from, I have the magazine on my tablet. I can't remember exactly which issue. I think it's Cross Stitch Collection, January and maybe February issue of 2014. Yeah, I started working on this last year, and I kind of got burnt out on it, and I took it out in the month of February, and I started working on it again. This is supposed to be a hen with her chicks. Listening to Priscilla and Chelsea in their channel, and I know Chelsea loves chickens, and hearing her enthusiasm about her chickens, it just kind of made me want to pick up this piece again and start working on it. So I'm just taking it slow. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this block pretty soon. It's really cute. Okay, my next whip that I've been working on, this is my oldest whip. This is Rainbow Trails by Joan Elliott. It's a design work kit. I'm honestly not sure how old this is now. But anyway, it is a focus whip for me this year. I didn't really make any plans for 2018 other than just having one or two pieces I would like to stitch on for every month. And that's what I've been doing. I haven't made a lot of progress on this, but because it's kind of slow going, because it is a big project. But let me see. Okay, last time you saw this in, I believe, August, I only had just this little bit of her bottom of her skirt done, just the purple. This is January. Oops, that's about to fall down. Excuse me. Since January and February, I finished the rest of the bottom of her skirt, and yeah, it wasn't too hard to do because basically a lot of this was just solid colors, but I'm still off count, so I never figured out my mistake of what I did. I'm off count in here somewhere. So I just decided I'm just going to work with it and try my best and make it work out. So anyway, I would love to have this finished this year, but if that doesn't happen, then that's okay too. There's no hurry. So I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I believe I will show you some finishes. Alright, my two finishes, well, I've actually had more than that. My two finishes for this piece I will show you now. This is A Year of Colorful Critters by Joan Elliott. Last year I just really loved this piece, and last year I decided I wanted to stitch this for every month, do every month of critters for 2018. I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense. I'm a little frazzled, but that's okay. You guys can bear with me, right? Anyway, the first finish, I did this in January. This is the January Robin. Yes, I love stitching on this piece. Kind of nicknamed her Priscilla because it has ice skates. So when I had a chance, every once in a while, when I was able to watch Priscilla and Chelsea's channel, I pulled this out in January and worked on it when I had a chance to watch. So yeah, I've nicknamed this Robin Priscilla. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep this, the January down here. Yeah, it's not a sure thing yet, so I'm not sure if I like it or not. So maybe. The next one I just finished a couple of days ago. These little pieces do have a lot of detail to them, and it takes me about 2 weeks to 3 weeks to finish one. This is February Poodle, and isn't she cute? I nicknamed her Rosie. She just reminds me of a Rosie. So, and this was a lot of fun to do. My favorite part was the butterflies and the heart. I love that. And just her little face is so precious. So this one was definitely a lot of fun to work on. Okay, well, I will pause again and I'll get the rest of my finishes. Okay, the next one I have, this is a Lizzie Kate. It was a kit I found at Goodwill a few years back. It was a winter scissor fob. Oops. Yes. And I didn't do the whole piece. I just I wish I found where I put it. I don't know where I put it, guys. I'm still kind of in sorting mode where a couple of things are still in boxes. So I'm not exactly sure where I put it. Anyway, this is not the full piece. There was a few houses and a specialty stitch that I can't remember right now. So anyway, I just like this bottom part. So that's what I did. And I love the little button, little snowflake button that was on there. So I plan on making this an ornament to hang on my tree next year, or this year, I guess. Yeah. So anyway, set that aside. Okay, I am part of a SAL this year. Leslie Tier is doing, I think she's actually doing 2 SALs this year. The one I'm decided to be a part of is the Sunbonnet Sue SAL, because I just love Sunbonnet Sue's. It just really reminds me of my childhood. I lived in the country, and what neighbors I did have, there's a lot of neighbors who just had those little bonnet lawn ornaments with the little girl in the bonnets and the little boy in his overalls with his bonnet, and it's just, yeah, I just saw this, I'm like, oh yes, I remember those, and seeing those out on my neighbor's lawn. So yeah, so I just decided to go ahead and join the SAL this year. This is the January block. These are so cute, and they are so quick to stitch up. Okay, this is the February block. I did change a little bit on this. I didn't add the flowers towards the heart, and I added XO for hugs and kisses for this. I thought that was really sweet. And this is what I have so far done on the March. So I've actually been working on this today, so I haven't gotten too much done. And I'm not using the recommended colors for this piece. These pieces, I'm just picking from my extra floss that I have on hand and just kind of mixing it up. I'm trying to stay with the palette of colors she does have, not mixing up too much. So what I'm planning on doing with these pieces after I'm done, I am planning on making a little quilt wall hanging with some homespun fabric and kind of make it really look country looking. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, another finish I have, this is I forget where it's, I think it's the Year in Celebration. It's from a Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine. Catherine, oh gosh, I can't remember her last name. Forgive me, I just forget. I have it down here. Heberman, sorry. Totally spaced. Oh, and probably made you dizzy by moving the camera too much. Anyway, I finished this on a, it was just a heart I found at the dollar store. It was kind of a chalkboard, and I just placed it on some felt, and I had some glittery ribbon, and I just thought it worked out really well. My daughter uh, she decided to add the hearts and the rhinestones, and I was like, okay, if you want to do that, that's perfectly okay. So this was hanging up in our house during Valentine's Day. So it's really cute. And I don't have all of these patterns. I only have a few of them. I think I have, of course, March, and then I think June and July. But this month, I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough time, but I would like to start working on March. And I have kind of a similar finishing idea for that. So we shall see if that happens or not. And before I go into the other section, I would like to mention a couple of other finishes that I won't be able to show right now. I have a total of 12 finishes this year. I just would like to mention that. I'm really excited about that number. I think this is going to be a good stitching year for me so far. Anyway, the other finishes I didn't show was two cross-stitch cards. One was a thank you for actually a person who sent me all these beautiful racks, which I will show to you in a moment. And another card was a birthday card for my Nana. So I feel a little funny asking, Nana, can I have that card back? That way I can show everyone. But I did get a picture of it, and I will try to make like a little clip video with all my finishes I have so far that I wasn't able to show, or maybe a little closer view of what finishes I did finish. So, and I actually made 4 other hearts. I finished for the heart drop on Facebook, but a few days ago I went ahead and put those out in the world. So, waiting for them to be found for someone. So anyway, during the last few months, I've been in contact with a dear friend I met on Facebook, a stitching friend. I forgot to ask if I could share her name, so I'll just kind of keep that quiet for now. But she sent me a bunch of goodies, and it was so appreciated during the move and all these big life changes. It was just so heartwarming to know that there was someone out there that cared, and to send and getting these little surprises in the mail was just I actually teared up a lot when I got this. It was just so meaningful, and so I'm gonna start again. Ooh. Oh, sorry about that. I was getting a little emotional and start tearing up again. So, but anyway, I just want to say a big thank you. You don't know how truly meaningful this was to me, and I will always remember your kindness. So thank you very much. The first thing she sent me was this little Mill Hill kit, Santa and Rudolph. And I definitely plan on starting to work on this a little bit closer to the holidays. I would love to see this on my tree. I've never stitched a Mill Hill kit, so I was super excited about this. It's adorable. My daughter is absolutely in love with this little ornament. And the next couple of items, this is Little House Needlework. My house. It was so sweet. I love it. I actually love all of these. I want to stitch them up so bad and see them on my Christmas tree this year. This one is my favorite, the diner. I just love the little pies on there. It's so cute. It kind of reminds me of a place where my mom and I used to eat when I was growing up, and they had the best pies in town, and it was always a treat. We would go there once a month and have pie. They also had good malt milkshakes too. That was another favorite they had. And this one is called Grandma's House. And that is so sweet. I think I'm making that up for Nana. She would probably love that as an ornament. And then I have this little sweet gingerbread train. I love gingerbread. It's so gingerbread men, gingerbread houses. It was actually my daughter's favorite nursery rhyme growing. Well, it wasn't a nursery rhyme. It was more of just a fable. But she loved that story when growing up. And so when she saw this, she kind of squealed too. She was happy to see it. Came with a little button. It's so sweet. Oh, I love that. And the next one she sent was this beautiful cross-stitch kit. It comes with the floss and the fabric and the card. And that's just gorgeous. Love it. And then she sent this fabric, and oh yeah, you guys can see the shimmer. Oh my goodness, I was so surprised when I received this. This is just beautiful. I just wanted to hug it. It was so pretty. So it's 14 count Aida, and it's a silver. It's dyeing for cross stitch. I don't know any more information about that than that, but it's just lovely. And I'm actually holding on to this piece probably for a Joan Elliott angel in the future. It's so pretty. I have a couple of her Christmas angels, and I thought that would look lovely on it. The next thing my friend racked me was this wonderful magazine or little book, Dragon and Unicorns. And look at that dragon on there. Isn't that wonderful? That's so cool. I love that dragon. And there's a unicorn in here too. That one right there. Isn't that cool? That's just so neat. I love fantasy, so that was wonderful. So the next part, I have a few magazines that I've gotten. I've also gotten a few magazines on SD2 from, I can't remember the name of it right now. Anyway, they were on sale. I'm sure everyone's heard of it. They were the $1.50 magazines, and I got a few of those. And then I also ordered a couple of these from eBay, and this is the cross stitcher. I got it for this design on the cover. I love ducks and geese, and I love bunnies, and I saw this and it was just so cute. And there's also a smaller ornament design with I think it's just these two ducks right here, and I plan on stitching that. I'm hoping maybe if I have time this month I can start working on that one. Next magazine I got was this is a cross stitcher, August 2016. Oh, I forgot to tell you the last one. Just a moment. I'm going to see if I can find it. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. It's April 2008. Sorry, I didn't realize. So anyway, I got it basically because of this angel in the cover. Isn't she pretty? I'm not sure if I would make her into a stocking, and she's just beautiful. I just love her. So I love the little bunnies on the bottom here, and this dove. So future stitching plans. The last magazine I got it for this pattern here, the strawberries and cream pattern. It kind of goes with my Black Forest cake piece I did a few years ago by Casey. Oh, I forget her last name. Banaga. I don't know. I know her first name's Casey. As far as I can tell. Anyway, she doesn't design cross-stitch patterns anymore, and her designs are really hard to find. So I know she did a few for a couple of magazines, and I'm trying to hunt down those magazines, and that way I can stitch a few more of her designs, because they're so wonderful, and I hope someday she will decide to come back and design some more. Anyway, the front cover looks like this. Okay, I'm going to pause for a moment, and then we'll talk about plans. Okay, for plans this month. Now, these are not really set in concrete plans. I am really this year just kind of going with the flow. I am just really stitching what I want to stitch, with just one or two focus pieces for this year, which is Rainbow Trails, and this is another one. Just one moment, please. Sorry about that. I had to pause because I kicked everyone out of the living room. Well, that way I would have a chance to make this video before I get sick. And Nana was coming into the kitchen, and I was like, oh, okay, time to pause. I still feel very awkward talking to a camera. I feel like I'm talking to myself. So, had to pause. Anyway. Sorry, I thought I heard the door open again. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, this is one of my focus pieces for this year. This is Jane Mermaid. I'm making this for my daughter. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this piece. I am not stitching with the required colors. It required a lot of fancy floss. And I don't want to really stitch with threads that have been hand dyed. I prefer to have threads that are color fast, because I do sometimes have to wash my patterns, not my patterns, but my projects, and I don't want to risk the chance of messing it up and have colors run. And so, and also budget wise too, I'm stitching on a budget, so DMC prices, or sometimes off-brand DMC prices, are more in my price range. So I decided to change the colors, trying to stay similar to the colors in this pattern, also changing it for my daughter's preference. She loves pinks and purples and blues, so that's what I've been doing with this piece, and I feel a little bit unsure. I feel like, well, I'm trying to keep the J similar to colors just in DMC, and I'm not sure exactly how well it looks, so I'm been putting this off because I feel a little nervous about it, but my daughter has been bugging me to finish this for her. So I am also going to be changing the tail to blues instead of oranges. So my daughter's birthday is next month, and I'm going to be working on this piece for her, and I'm hoping that I will be able to finish it in time for her birthday or close to that date. So I got most of the J done. I just really have this little swirl, and then I have to start working on the mermaid and beading. So we shall see. I'm gonna give it a shot. So and my other plans for March was I was going to finish the March Sunbonnet Sue and the March Teddy Bear in Joan Elliott's excuse me, Colorful Critters. Not used to talking this much. And the rest is up in the air, and we'll see what happens. Like I mentioned before, I kind of wanted to see if I could finish that little St. Patrick's. Yeah, I got the magazine right here with me. But St. Patrick's Day is, 11 days away. Not sure if I'll have enough time to do that. So We'll see. Anyway, thank you everyone for this lots of ramble and crazy shaky camera stitching update. But I hope you guys can at least hear me. I have hearing problems, and I know how frustrating it can be when you can't hear someone. So, and with my limited technology, and I get really frustrated when you guys are not able to hear me. So, and unfortunately, I don't have time to do captions, write out what I'm saying in captions because I'm a busy mom. So, anyway, eventually you guys will see me in front of the camera again. I am hoping in the next couple of months I will get a camera and a new camera, because my old camera, it's a funny story. I'll give you the short version of it. It was dropped in the ocean on a summer trip, summer camping trip. And yes, it was my fault. But oh well. So anyway, guys, this has been a lot of fun. I've missed doing these videos, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to show you all that I've been working on. You know, this is pretty much what I've been working on since January and February. I did do a little bit in December, but and I did get a little bit a birthday haul and stuff like that, but right now that will just take too long to go through and try to figure out when I got things done. And anyway, those moving months are also kind of a blur to tell you the truth. So, but my point is that I'm hoping that I'll be able to do an update video every 2 weeks. I was hoping to do that right before my last August video. I was trying to do like a 2-week update because sometimes I feel like it's too much to do at the end of the month. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing great, and take care, and happy stitching. Bye. So I'm back again. I forgot to mention something. I've been teaching my daughter how to cross stitch. I tried in the past, and she was more comfortable with kind of embroidery stitches than the actual cross stitch. But the last few months, she's been, every once in a while she asks, well, I want to stitch. So I gave her a little project to follow, a little pattern to follow, and she's been working on it off and on, and she finished it a couple of days ago. This is a Joan Elliott owl from, oh gosh, I put the magazine away and I forget where I put it. I know it's a rolled cross stitch, and Joan Elliott had a bunch of little spring designs in it. Anyway, it's from there. She had a lot of fun doing this. One thing she didn't want to do though was do the back stitch, so I said that's fine. And so now I think she's planning on making this into a little card and probably send it off to her pen pal. So lots of fun. I'm really proud of her, and she actually started another project, and I'm not sure where she has it right now, but next time I will show it to you guys. So anyway, that's all I have to share for now. Take care, everyone. Bye.